Hey girls and guys, today I'm gonna show you how to turn this tank into this one. If you don't want to miss any future episodes, then don't forget to subscribe to my channel and turn on the notification bell. If you're only interested in the reconstruction and the technical parameters of this scape, then please take a look at the link below in the description. This is the aquarium of a friend who decided to keep fish in his family's store. He kept the aquarium in the window so people could see it from the street too. He bought quite good equipment, some hardscape elements like this broken airplane, and one plant and too big amount of fish. The first time he called me, he asked for helping cleaning up his aquarium because it really grew full with algae and the water turned quite brownish. I don't need to tell you, I was really shocked about the result. After cleaning up the whole aquarium, the water changes and the filtration system, I told him about a few beginner mistakes he made and he needs to change with time. He was lightning for around 12 to 14 hours a day and even the sun was shining at it the whole summer. Fish-wise, it was quite overcrowded and they were populating really fast. He was feeding them for 3 times a day and with too much food. He wanted to grow a nice plant, but in only a 2 cm sand layer and was maintaining the tank less than once in a month. What were your first beginner mistakes you made? Let me know in the comments below. After the first clean, we could achieve this result because I have had no idea what's going to happen there. Although he was quite happy being able to see his fish finally, he was open for a bigger and nicer change. So the planning started. When he decided the layout he wanted to have, we were emptying the tank, he gave the fish away, but let the filtration work. A tip is, if you don't want to lose the beneficial bacteria in the filtration system, just put the in and out flow into a bucket and let it flow this way. Like this you won't lose this very good bacteria culture which already grew in there. To protect the scape from the direct sunlight, I put a black foil on the back part of the aquarium, although they already installed a curtain. Because my friend wished to have a 2-island layout with a higher and a lower rising, I elevated the 2 back corners with lava rock. After I poured in some ADA Bacter 100, I played with the layout elements he chose. I had an idea about the layout he preferred, so I poured in a few bags of Tropica soil. This way it was easier to create the main elements of the scape. Because the inner filter has a hole at the bottom, I covered this part with a bigger lava rock too. I'd recommend you to use in addition to it some filter floss, this way it really locks down the soil to go in. For this installation I used dragonstone and ironwood. As you can see, I was able to use quite big elements because this aquarium wasn't that small. It's around 100 cm wide, 40 cm deep and 50 cm tall. As I didn't have had the time to soak in the ironwood before into water, I had to glue it on the rocks, otherwise it would have just flared up. For this I used super glue, but for giving it a stronger hold, I used cigarette filters between the gaps and covered it with soil I poured above it, so the white parts weren't visible. At the end, I filled the middle part with ADA S-sized gravel. The second chapter is about the plants, but before actually planting in the plants, I stuck in a few Tropica nutrition capsules into the soil as a long-lasting nutrition supply. At the very back, I used a pot of nymphaeotus at the end of the valley, and on the hill, many rotella greens for a deeper look with its fine leaf structure. I always start with the background so I can see from the front what I'm doing. In front of that, some Rotella orange juice for mix up the blush green look. Keep the soil moisturized because you don't want the plants to dry out. To give some details, I squeezed in the Java fern and boar beetles. In the middle part, I used Hygrophila pinnatifida, Ludwigia super red and Megaophyllum matogrosens, and in the foreground, some Eleocharis acicularis, and to break the strong line between the gravel and the rocks, I added my favorite Verticillata. For the last details, I added more mosses and epiphyte plants. In this case, I tied on the root some Physidens fontanus moss and Christmas moss and glued on some smaller Hygrophila pinnatifidas. Do you like the end result? If yes, hit the like button. As many aquarium soils release ammonia in a higher concentration, I decided to wait 2-3 weeks for putting in the fish. Fish-wise, I used cardinal tetras, 5 banded barbers, and 3 Bösmann rainbow fish from the previous scape. As I showed my friend how to maintain an aquarium like this, I only visit him a few times when a strong trimming is needed. The plants got easy overgrown as we started to inject CO2. You can see the Megaophyllum matogrosens, and behind that the Rotella green got quite overgrown, so I gave it a big cut. When you cut stem plants, it's advisable to cut them as low as possible so you can't replant the stems. When a stem seems to be very long, then you can just cut it in the middle and replant it like this. This way you will get with time a bushier look. When you combine Megaophyllum matogrosens with other plants, note that it's growing really fast. If I would have known this before, I would have planted in the very back. So did I now. You need to take care that certain plant species can overrun smaller and slower growing ones. For trimming plants, you can use any kind of stainless steel scissors. In my case, I'm using a wave-type scissor, if I need to reach deeper areas and should cut in a straight line. It's fitting pretty comfortable in my hand and makes my work much faster. For replanting, I use a fine but also stainless steel pin set. Look to it that all the tools you're using should be from stainless steel or waterproof, thereby the livestock won't get poisoned. Final scape looks pretty satisfying, especially compared to the previous one. I really hope that even the fish feel better now. I really like this look, although if it was mine, I would have made more changes with it. In my case, I would have used more plants to make a bigger range of colors and forms and shapes. In addition, because of this very nice valley in the middle, I would have made it look like a shore, so I would have poured in some sand for it. Here you can find a playlist about my other aquariums. If you like this one, don't forget to take a look at it. Last but not least, subscribe to my channel for not missing any future episodes. I hope to see you soon again, guys. Bye!